first, let's go back. I'm very interested in the part where you was talking about, what was that? We leaving that.
Who are we calling it?
Where, it didn't. Where you're talking about how your soul didn't feel right working in the industry, and I know from an artist perspective, being an independent artist in the music. I want to be able to produce the music that I love and like to produce, and I want to produce not the stuff that's commercially, the number one hits, because it just sounds so generic for me. And so if you wanted to go a bit more into that, like how, like going through that part of your journey, where you had this internal conflict, you felt like your soul wasn't in the right place. Like what some of the things that you really like went through, and how did you overcome all of that?
Well, I guess for me, because it wasn't feeling right in Melbourne and working for a larger organisation, I came back to home. So I came back to Cairns, and then that's when I started this fashion hub with the TAFE. But I also then was, the Cairns Indigenous Art Fair reached out to me in 2013. They wanted a fashion show in this building that we're in today. They wanted something that they wanted to present Indigenous culture through fashion. And I saw it as a real opportunity to not only show fashion, but have a narrative and share music and movement and cloth, and then also the fact that First Nations people are embodied by their culture. So, and because that was also a healing process for me to see other models who also felt disconnected could learn more about their culture through being immersed in it. So, and then connecting with the designers and, learning about different storylines. So I think, I'm the founder of the Cairns Indigenous Art Fair fashion performance. It's been running for the past, is it 9 years now? It's quite a while.
So 2013 to 8 years.
8 years, sorry.
8 years.
Bad at maths. So, for 8 years, and I stayed there for 5 years, and then I've also been producing the Darwin Aboriginal Art Fair from country to couture for the past 3 years. So I think being able to be a part of the movement of celebrating our culture through fashion, through these events that I call fashion performances, has been a real highlight of, I guess, my career, and a lot more rewarding in the outcomes and the purpose and the reason behind these fashion performances. And you came on board in 2015.
I believe it was at the Wharf Terminals. Was that 2015?
Yes.
The year before, I believe I was invited to have a look at what the fashion event was. It was 2014, and you were using the music within that, and that I've never seen fashion presented that way in a storytelling narrative. So for those who have not seen a CIAF event, we'll throw up some footage of what the events look like. If I get Jack, the guys behind the scene here, we got Jack, we got Nick, we got Dane behind the cameras, the team from OBHI and Powerverse. But we'll throw up some snapshots and you can have a look at it. And up to that point, I thought fashion was just something that you wore, and you telling a story about how you present yourself with. It's like a theater show, all happening in once, with music and with performance, choreography through it all. Was something I've never seen it before, and I was like, I want to be a part of this. And then you guys hooked me on, and I was the DJ, live DJ. It was the best thing, DJing live to all these things coming out, and it was. So 2015 is when I jumped on board.
That was very special. I hope we can do it again in the near future.